Over the past few days since Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness came out, I've noticed that there were a lot of things that many people were confused about. Most of them are easily explained through knowing certain things from the comics, like who Clea is, what incursions are, and how they connect to and set up Secret Wars. But others, like why they picked Earth 838 and that Wanda in specific, weren't explained in the movie and can't be figured out just by knowing about the comics. But we do actually have an explanation as to why that Wanda in specific was picked, and it ties into why Magneto didn't appear in the movie. According to Eric Moore over at MovieScope, in the original cut of the movie, this Wanda story was probably the darkest thing Marvel Studios had ever done in an MCU film. But the sole purpose of that scene was to place the Illuminati in a far more antagonistic perspective for the audience than how it was ultimately received in the final cut. Originally, when the Doctor Strange variant of that universe encountered the Darkhold, he also came across the chapter that detailed the Scarlet Witch prophecy. He informed the Illuminati of his findings, and they all came to the conclusion of performing a lobotomy on their universe's Wanda so as to prevent the prophecy from ever happening in that universe. This lobotomy would be performed by none other than their resident telepath Charles Xavier, who was meant to remove Wanda's access to her abilities, thus creating the domestic Wanda variant. In order to perform this lobotomy, they needed to consult Wanda's biological father, which is where the deleted scene with Michael Fassbender as Magneto would have come into play. This was also supported by Caleb Williams, who said, "I did hear a while ago that Marvel filmed the Illuminati scenes with stand-ins to test different characters, and one of the characters discussed was Michael Fassbender's Magneto, but he himself never filmed anything." And we know that Marvel Studios filming the Illuminati scenes with stand-ins is 100% true, because they had originally wanted Daniel Craig to play Balder the Brave, but due to scheduling conflicts, he wasn't able to, and they quickly replaced him with John Krasinski's Mr. Fantastic during reshoot. But we also heard from Elizabeth Olsen that she never met Krasinski because they filmed most of the Illuminati scenes separately. So it's very possible, especially since we got Professor X and we know that mutants did exist in that universe, that just like in the comics, Magneto was Wanda's father. And they would have most likely gone to him to explain what the Scarlet Witch could and eventually would do in hopes of getting his help to prevent it. Otherwise, like we saw in Ultimatum, after Doctor Doom had Wanda and Quicksilver killed, Magneto would have killed, or at least attempted to kill, every hero and villain in that universe alike, arguably causing an even bigger problem than what Wanda could have as the Scarlet Witch. I say arguably because the biggest threat to every Marvel universe is Doctor Strange, but Wanda is definitely pretty high up there as well, as Doctor Strange 2 made it pretty clear that Wanda could beat Strange in a 1v1 fight. Now this is really interesting because it would have painted the Illuminati as a terrible organization, which to be honest, they are, especially in the comics, but it also would have not justified Wanda's actions throughout the whole movie, but definitely at least killing the Illuminati had she learned of their plan. But let me know what you guys think about all this. Why do you think this scene was cut, and would you have liked to see this as well as Michael Fassbender's Magneto, even if there was a possibility that had he agreed with the Illuminati's plan, Wanda would have killed him too? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you will never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and remember to wash your hands and stay safe.